Hello guys, so I am here to give a very unedited tutorial on how to create custom movie and custom TV channels for yourself. So I have done it and I put it in a TPS forum. There should be 10 of them, I believe, but it's just what I found interesting. I would really love when other people do this and find other scenes or whatever. So first you want to go to Mother Sims TS4 custom TV channels. This tutorial has been around since 2014. It's very useful. It's very detailed. And you can use it for both movie and TV channel replacement. Although I'll show you later on that you have to search for the movies in a different place because it came with the movie hangout pack, which is the only way you can do the movie customs. You can do the TV customs with the base game because the TV channels come with the base game, but the movie channels come with movie hangout, and so you're gonna have to search for the movie files in a different area compared to the TV files. So the requirements are listed here. I have everything except for the free studio. The free studio is not necessary to me. I had it before and I didn't like how it worked. So in order to resize and change your video file, I'll show you once we start how I do it. It is kind of an extra couple of steps compared to what it might be in free studio, but I honestly used it and I didn't really like how to use it. VLC media player, he says it's not necessary. But I think it's necessary. I've tried playing files with Windows Media Player and it doesn't work for me. I don't know what you really use in Mac, but for me, I use Windows Media Player to play files and it doesn't work when I play video files with Media Player. So to me, I think it is necessary. So I would advise downloading everything from here on up. Free Studio, you can download if you don't want to go through the process that what I'm going to mention later on. But I mean, I like the process that I do way better. So let's start. So first you're going to want to prepare your workspace. This is very important to me just because it keeps everything in one area. And you don't have to go through all over your computer to find what you need to find for different steps. And so your workspace is going to be located in your Windows. And you should have it named Mother Sims, and this is what it should look like. Let me delete this. So, channel data and data, he said to have that in there, but if you're not going to do the second part of this tutorial, then you don't need to have it in there. If you are, then put it in there. He doesn't have this on his, but I put this in there because I do both TV and movie channel replacements. So, I need to have this to separate the movie files and the TV files that I found, and you'll see later on why that is important to me. Trash is whatever you just want to throw away. As used before, you'll see later on what I mean by throw away. And in VirtualDub, you're going to want to have that. D should be in there. He doesn't have this in there, and this one looks like it. This one. This is for, so you don't really need this one in there because this is for the second part of the tutorial. So that's why I had this in there. You don't need these two in here. This one is the S4PE. I tried to put it only in the application file in there, but it doesn't open when I just put it in there. And I try to put it on my desktop, but it doesn't open when I put it on my desktop either. So I would advise leaving it like that and just extracting it when it's time for the first step, time for that step. So, and this is the movie you're gonna work with. Well, the movie you will ever want to work with. Now about the movies, which is in the first step. So what I do is I get my movies from YouTube, and I get specific scenes. And then you're going to want to go to share, copy, and then you're going to go to this site, onlinevideoconverter.com, convert a video link, and then paste that YouTube video into this section right here. You can change the format or keep it. Honestly, what your inner format is going to be is AVI, but when you download a video from this site, you're still going to do another step, because when you download a video from this site, your videos doesn't have a preview. So what I mean is, I had this base movies because you can't work with those in VirtualDub. And then when you download from this site, this is what they look like. They don't have any previews. What you want for it to work in VirtualDub, and so you don't have to do any more steps, is they get the previews to show up. And so, I mean, I don't know if that's really what's happening, if it's just the previews not showing up, but VirtualDub won't open it with the previews not showing up. So then I have to go to this site. Once you download whatever you downloaded from here, go to this site, drop a file here. It should give you a time with it finished, when it's finished dropping. This is the base of what you need to have. For me, I'm gonna have to finesse with this some more, because the qualities that I put in TBS form isn't what I really like, and I try to finesse with the screen size and the video bit rate and the frames per second, the frame rate. But I'm not entirely sure what am I doing wrong. So I guess it's gonna be more finessing. I don't know, but the quality is decent, but it's not as I want it to be. Honestly, if you have your Sims watch movies, they had the Sims 3 videos in there, and they still kind of they're pretty good, but it's still kind of pixely sometimes. But they're better than what my movies are, I kind of think. But anyway, you're gonna start conversion, and so then you end up, when you download from this, once you have all those previews set, you have this preview showing up, and so that's what you can work with. So once you have the movie that you want to work with, you're gonna go to your Mother Sims folder. You're gonna go to VirtualDub, and you open VirtualDub. Now with this step, you're basically preparing your video before you actually make the video, you know. So I put the video that I want to work with in the Mother Sims folder, because it's kind of like a workspace. You want to keep everything organized. You don't want to be going back and forth from everywhere. So here's a video. When you first video, this should come up. Now, if you have any warning before that, it's because you didn't follow the steps before, which is why I said I don't use Free Studio, because I don't really know how to do that in Free Studio. But if you have any warning before this, then you need to go back and change the resize your custom video. Change it. So basically, once you've done that and you get to this warning, this is just saying that you have a variable bitrate. You don't want that in the game. That can cause your game to crash or something. So you want to constant bitrate. So you pick OK, and this, go to audio, full processing mode. Then you go at the audio, compression. Make sure the no compression is highlighted, because what you're doing now is you're making the audio file for your custom video. You can keep it as a name, but I prefer to rename it, just because that other name is my base movie that I'm working with. So it's gonna save as a WAV file, and then you should have this in there. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna go to audio and put that WAV file that you just created onto your movie. So now it's there. You go back to compression, and you're compressing this new WAV file to be this. So you go to MPEG layer 3, 320 K bits, click OK. You go to video and make sure direct stream copy is highlighted, just because I'm going to make sure it creates a direct copy. You name it, save it, and now you should have the AV file in there. Now, because I don't know how to do a new instance in VirtualDub without closing it, you're going to have to close it, go back, and open the VirtualDub. Open the new AV file that you created, the new AV file. Now you don't have that variable bitrate message come up. So now it's a constant bitrate. Now you want to edit the video itself. So compression, VP60, simple profile, okay. And now you're going to save this as a new AV file. For some reason you can't replace the old one, so I just usually put 2, so it's just indicator of it's the second one. Don't mess with the first one. So now you close out of there, and now you have this in your workspace. You can get rid of this AV file for now if you want to, but because I named mine back 2, I don't usually get rid of it because I know to mess with this one. So now you want to open the GUI. You want to run as administrator. And you're gonna edit the WAV file, the audio file. And so this is the tutorial. Basically, you want to have these parameters. You want to have these parameters, and there also is a space here, here, and here. Do I know that makes a difference? No, but so far that works with me, so I don't want to change it and be like, what's going on? So hit create. This should come out or something similar to that. Exit. Now you should have a DAT file in there. Open VP6. Run as administrator. Put your second AV file in there. If you haven't deleted the first one, put your second one in there. And then put that DAT file in there that you just created with the GUI. And then you press go. This doesn't take long actually. The longer the video, the longer it takes. But you usually shouldn't put a video that's longer than 1 minute 55 seconds in your game, just because it can cause it to kind of stammer, and you're not gonna be able to see it all anyway. So, you know, at least I don't think you can. Okay, exit. So now you have all of these. What I would do is I would get rid of everything but the VP6. And so now you're gonna unzip this, which I just click on it twice, but you can also right click and press unzip. Get this, open this one, and it should come up. You should be getting that, and this is what you're gonna work with. So this is what I use to find the TV files and the movie files. So what you're gonna do is go to File, Open, go to Windows, Program times 86, Origin Games, Sims 4. So Data has the TV files in there because it comes with the base game. But in order to find the movie files, you have to have movie hangouts, and that's going to be in SP05. So you click that, and you want to kind of like unzip this. And so now you have all of these. What you're looking for is the tab that says AVI. So instead of going through this whole list, filter active, check this, caps, AVI, set, and now you have the whole list. These are actually all the movies. I think there's only 10 movies because some of these are the credits of the movies. So because you can't preview anything from here onto here, you're gonna have to you're gonna wanna export them so you won't have to find them again, and also export them to be able to look at them. So Control All, highlights all of them, export to file. And so this is why I have the S4PE, because I have multiples and I'm trying to rearrange to where I know where they came from in the game. But you want to put them into something that's related to movies. So I put SP05 because I know that that's the movie thing. So here, okay. I'm not going to do it again because I already have them in there. I don't want multiple in there. But now here's all the movies. So to be able to see these, you're gonna have to use VLC media player or whatever can open VLC media, wherever can open like VLC media player can. And once you open, you can find out which one is the movies. I have movies here, and this is the one I'm gonna work with to replace. I'll let you see what I'm replacing. I think it's Moonlight Massacre. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. So you can tell which one of the movies by this time. 1 minute and 55 seconds. When you play it, if you know the movie off the bat, then you're good. I usually have to go into the game and figure out which one is replacing. And then, but I think this is Moonlight Massacre. So you know what to play. You're gonna use that. Now that you've done created VP6, you're gonna want to get the movie that you're replacing. Click rename, but you're not renaming. You're just copying this name. Then you're gonna replace whatever the movie name that you were working with whatever you just copied. Enter. So now, because this is the only way S4PE is gonna recognize the file, and this is the only way that you're gonna be able to play it in your game. Now that you have that, create a new instance. Right click, import from file, go back to your work desk, and now you just see this. This is the only way that it's going to go in there because it's a VP6 file. So then uncheck use resource name. Okay, now you have that in there. Go to file, save as. I advise putting catalogs. I advise putting your creator name in there, especially if you're sharing this, just so people can find out where to go look for it again. So now it's a package file by actual mod. Now if you're doing videos in succession, I will advise deleting this because you can't have two movies replace that one file and have them in the game at the same time, because it's only going to play the most recent one, I should say. I think it might conflict and not play at all if you put them in at the same time. I had the issue last time when I was working with multiple, and I replaced Jumanji with Major Pain, I think, and it was playing Major Pain, and that wasn't what I wanted. So anyway, so I would delete this because now you have it here, and you will place this in your mod folder. But I'm gonna place it because I have stuff in my mods folder right now. I'm gonna place it in the downloads thing. So I have two of these. Text replacement. Let's delete that for a minute. So, if you just do it like this, when you go into a game, you're gonna have to figure out which one you replace. Like I said before, if you watch the video that you're replacing and you know what movie that is in the game, like the movie I replaced was probably Moonlight Massacre, you will have to click Moonlight Massacre, and it would not play Moonlight Massacre, it would play Black Panther. But if you want to change the in-text game, change the game in-text, whatever. There is a great tutorial. They have multiple tutorials on Sims 4 Studio, but all the ones I've seen, I didn't really like it for someone who doesn't mod frequently. Like the only thing I've done before this is recoloring. So that tutorial was too much jargon for me. So I didn't really like it. But this one is a really basic one. It's on Sims VIP. It's create a mod, changing text. It's really basic. And I advise, if you're not somebody who messes with mods a lot, to go through the tutorial first and then go and do the replacement text. But so basically, what you want to do so that you'll see Black Panther show up in the movie options, you go to Sims 4 Studio. when you first do this, it's going to take a little bit. So go to Tools, String Table Lookup. When you first do this, it's going to take a little bit to load up. But when you do it frequently, it's going to load up just like that. So say Black Panther is supposed to place Moonlight Massacre, right? I think it's supposed to place Moonlight Massacre. I think it's 3. Press enter. Everything that's Moonlight Massacre has in it is going to come up. These are all the strings in the game. So you know when you press the TV and you say watch Moonlight Massacre 3 with, we're replacing all that with Black Panther. So you want to click the first one, shift, click the last one, so you copy everything. And you're going to create a new package file. Now I usually put the title of the movie and I put that as text replacement because later on you're going to want to merge these files so you won't have multiple in the game. Exit out of that. So these are all the different languages. Whichever one you speak, you can choose. I speak English, so I'm going to keep the English. You're going to delete all the other ones. So shift click, delete. This should come up. Press OK. Then they're all gone. You're going to click on this one. Edit items. And so everything with Moonlight Massacre 3 in it, I'm going to change to Black Panther. Now some of these, once you play some movies, some of these are going to only have like 3 things that you have to change, and some of these are going to have this much. Cinder is what you're going to have to be careful with, because Cinder, I think I maybe have a mod with a Cinder app, or maybe there's no, I think it's like, isn't there like a social thing on the game, and I think they call it Cinder. I don't know, but it's like an app or something. And so I think I accidentally placed one of the movies with that, and so I had to see later on if it says like, go on Jumanji. I'm like, what? So be careful with Cinder. But once you have that, you pick save, and then make sure that it's happening. You're gonna go to text. Now, when you go to text, what they usually say is the base game movie or movie hangout name of the movie. But what you want to see is whatever your movie you're replacing now. So everything says Black Panther. Save again. Cancel. Now, for it to be one package, you're just going to basically merge everything. So that should have been in the downloads folder. But merge the text replacement with the video. And when you merge it, now you just have one. And I would rename it movie, just so that you know it's the movie and the text replacement. And so then once you've done that, you should see it in the game, and it should look like this. So I actually have all these on the TBS forum. I think there's 2 more. I think there's supposed to be 10 movies in total. And so there's basically different scenes. Now I'll put the tutorial up because even though I'm fine with people giving me suggestions, a movie is around an hour and 30 minutes long, an hour and 12 minutes long, sometimes 2 hours like Avatar. So I don't really, what the scenes I choose from the movie, because the scenes will only be 1 minute and 55 seconds long. The scenes I choose from the movie might not be scenes that you're going to see in your game. So this tutorial is very helpful in that you can create your own scene and, put it up. Somebody else might, like that scene or whatever. And so this is how it looks. As I said before, the quality isn't as good. And you see this black space. This is one of the ones that I was probably, I still need to kind of edit to fill in the space, but also not kill the quality. So if anybody does this and they figure out the parameters like these to figure out what quality is best needed, please tell me. I have went to the YouTube video before I change it and make sure it loads up to around 480. Maybe if I have videos that go up here and does that, I don't know if that changes the thing. I'm thinking it might not, since you're changing the bit rate by doing this and by going using VirtualDub. So I don't know. I don't know. I wish somebody would tell me. But yeah, so this is a very unedited basic tutorial. I'm probably gonna have a written one because I feel like it's better, but it's not gonna be really in depth because the custom TV channel tutorial is really in depth as it is. It gives everything. You just have to finesse some things. So thank you, and I'm glad some of you guys like the movie replacements. If you're having any issues, I'm not good with mods and stuff. This is why I was like, ugh. But known issues is that if you already have movie replacements in the game, you can't have two movie replacements. Like one of the creators I follow, she has children's movie replacements and replace all the movies, so you can't have hers and mine in the game unless you have. I can post a list of what movies replace what channels in the game. I don't know if she has that, so you're gonna have to kind of trial and error your game to see which one it replaced. But I can post a list of what it replaced. So if you do have other movie replacements that you like, and you want, like somebody said in the Facebook group, they have children movies and now they're gonna have adult movies. If you want that, just know that you can't have the same custom movie replacing the movie hangout movie, if that makes sense. That's the only thing I know that would cause it to be wacky in your game. But you know, I don't really know much past that. So thank you again. This is Q Loves Kitchen, signing out.